I'm sure a lot of people have heard about the Charlie Kirk assassination already today, and I know that just those words are probably going to, because of the stupid AI on this platform, get this all hidden from view. But this is disgusting, and I was going to stay offline today because I'm pretty upset. I did know Charlie, and I had him over a couple times. I don't even know what to say. This is a tough one. And then I see this gets sent to me, this DC Comics writer, this absolute ghoul, going out there and celebrating this guy, mocking his getting shot, as this person's done with this type of stuff in the past. This Gretchen Martin-Felker, who writes for DC Comics, has an ongoing book, The Red Hood. Came in because of DC Pride. They wanted to promote the Pride, right? So they're hiring a bunch of transgender activists now. And this is some of the most disgusting anything I've ever seen. And I'm going to cover this guy's history because it is going around. His little post on BlueSky is going viral. And he did get suspended, so at least BlueSky has some sense. Not much. I mean, if you go to BlueSky right now and just type in Charlie Kirk, they're saying nasty things, and those people aren't getting suspended. But this one was way over the line to a level I've never seen before. And this is who DC Comics puts at their forefront. This is who they want to promote. This is who they want to uplift. This is their diversity and inclusion. They want to push this above talent. They want to push this above anybody else. Remember, they blacklisted this company anybody who's conservative. This was the first company to blacklist Chuck Dixon because he was, quote, too extreme, right? And they blacklisted Orson Scott Card, the writer of Ender's Game, who was going to write a Superman book, because he said no to these people. And so this DC Comics views just ordinary, just normie conservative people as too hot for them to have at their company. It's because they hate them, and they hate you, and they want you dead. And that's who this is a mask-off moment, because as much as this person's saying it, I know that there are other people at DC Comics who are thinking it. And even if they don't want to post it because they don't want to have their little appearance about it, I know these people are celebrating Charlie Kirk's death. It's disgusting. And they should be called out, and they need to know who they are. And DC Comics needs to answer for why they're pushing extremism with their comic book company, because it's just too gross. I know I'm saying disgusting a lot. I'm a little beside myself right now. So let's get into this, guys. I usually shill. I'm not even going to do that right now because I just don't feel like it. So you can hit the like and subscribe. This is my Fandom Pulse, where I write my articles, and I post all my receipts for all this stuff because it needs to be done. Like I said, this dude has been hired for a bunch of pride issues, is a YA author trying to groom children. This is what he does. This is what they all do. They're on BlueSky throwing fits. He became famous originally because he posted advocating for the slitting of JK Rowling's throat. That's the author of Harry Potter. Because these people all hate Harry Potter and JK Rowling. They want, her dead. I hope she's safe out there with these nut jobs. But totally cool with that, and of course ditched Twitter eventually in order to go for bluer skies, where everybody would clap for his little creepy, violent rhetoric that he posts out there. Now, this is him bragging about it just a couple months ago. As he gets hired, remember that he just got hired and it just got announced for Red Hood about 2 or 3 weeks after this post right here, where somebody says, I have a game, what were you known for on Twitter? And then this dude says, the transgender monster who killed JK Rowling. There you go. This is unabashed, is literally calling for death. I mean, this is what these people do. He also previously advocated for 9/11 when he was on Twitter, saying bin Laden was principled and defensible. Yes, here it is. Can pretty safely state that bin Laden and I did not agree on much, but blowing up the World Trade Center is probably the most principled and defensible thing he ever did. So again, this is a person who celebrates and says the slaughter of 3,000 plus people is principled and defensible. Okay? This is who we're dealing with. DC Comics is like, this is great. Yeah, those Chuck Dixon and Orson Scott Card guys, no. Never would hire them. They're awful people. And, these are family men who don't do anything wrong, who really don't rock the boat or say anything that controversial. This is nuts. And this is where it's at. Well, this is what they get. Here's today. As Charlie Kirk, of course, got shot, this was wild. I got phone calls right away because, of course, I do know him, and I couldn't believe it. And I looked, and I was just hoping. I saw the close-up footage. I still can't. I can't get it out of my head. I really don't even want to be online. But I have to call this out. DC Comics needs to issue a freaking statement about this at the very least. Jim Lee, you watching this? Mark Waid, you've called for this type of stuff. I don't want to share the industry with Nazis. Okay, this is who you want to share the industry with, Mark Waid. Okay, this is who you advocate for. When you try to hurt people like me, Mark Waid, and keep people like me out of the industry, this is what you want, you sicko. Thoughts and prayers, you Nazi bee. And this is where they're at. They're calling people Nazis. And what do you do to not? You punch a Nazi. You know, when you are literally just calling normal people with families, just who speak at events, who are very peaceful, normal people, Nazis, year after year after year, and then you get yourself into a smaller and smaller, crazier echo chamber as you flounce from Twitter. You get into BlueSky to where everybody's even crazier, calling everybody Nazis. Well, what's going to happen? You get some mentally ill people here. What happens with the mentally ill people who think they're freedom fighters, Captain America versus the Nazi? You know, this is what happens. This is all you people doing this at DC Comics, at Marvel Comics, the entire comic industry are all like this. It's sick. Like I said, Gretchen, in my opinion, is just saying what these people won't say out loud because some of them have better media presences. And this person's just so unfiltered because he's freaking insane and unhinged. Okay? But he goes further. Look at this. Hope the bullet's okay after touching Charlie Kirk. This is absolutely disgusting. This person needs to be put away into a mental asylum right now. I don't want violence done to this. We're not like that here. But they do need help. And they need to stop having people like DC Comics validate them and tell him he's actually a woman when he's not. Because this is the crap that's going on here. Now, like I said, BlueSky at least was at least they have some standards. not much. Some. I mean, George Takei is on there right now calling Jesse Waters a Nazi. So we know what George Takei wants next, right? This is who these people are. They hate you. They want you dead. They want your families dead. This is DC Comics. Oh, yeah, absolute Batman. Scott Snyder cozies up to these people. He's retweets crap and Trump's a Nazi all the time, too. So demand better. You don't want to support this crap. We can't afford to support this crap anymore because they are so insane. They don't want you to read their books anyway. They don't want you buying their books anyway. They want you dead. This should be a wake-up call. And DC Comics, like I said, needs to say something about this because this is who you're hiring. This is exactly the type of industry you wanted, DC Comics. Jim Lee, you're responsible. Be responsible. All right, leave a comment. Hit the like and subscribe. We'll be back.